try to kick this off night good. Hi, everyone. For those I haven't met yet, I'm Emma, Heather's friend, prior roommate. Okay, I'm not going to look at you for most of it. And maid of honor. Thank you to everyone for spending this special day with Heather and AJ. And thank you especially to their families, the Fuhalas and the DeCarbos, for raising two wonderful human beings. The Fuhalas welcomed me like family many years ago, and I'm forever grateful for that. And the DeCarbos, well, I forced myself into the family this year, and it was a lot of fun. So celebrating today feels like celebrating with family. I've had a unique look into Heather and AJ's relationship because I lived with Heather for 3 years, so I got to see the relationship begin and grow. I met Heather 7 years ago at Claremont University at a conference in Las Vegas, where we were placed as roommates. We had a fun week together, and as roommates go, we shared everything, from drinks to snacks, you name it. After we got home, I got really sick, and I soon found out I had strep throat and mono. This was the worst strep throat the Claremont nurses said they've ever seen. After many days in bed and missed classes, Heather casually mentions to me one day that she had mono, and oh yeah, she probably gave it to me. We could have ended our friendship there, but I figured if we can make it through that, we can make it through anything. The next few years were full of more Clarion trips, more conferences, girls' nights out, dancing, and a canoe class later. We found ourselves crying the night before graduation, wondering if we'd ever see each other again. It was pretty dramatic. Well, a few years later after college, and both living and working in Pittsburgh, we found ourselves looking for an apartment at the same time. So we quickly moved in, both single, and our first night we created our Sickle Ladies bucket list. This included things like, of course, dancing, trying new restaurants, and speed dating. 3 months later, Heather came home saying she found an incredible guy. Needless to say, the speed dating never happened. So if anyone is interested later, we can try it out. You know, I could spend this time talking about how much I will miss Heather and how these 3 years were some of the most fun I've ever had. But instead, I want to use this time to tell AJ all the things I've learned about Heather. Consider this a heads up. It's too late, so you can't change your mind. Heather is an amazing cook and can make delicious meals from her homegrown herb garden, so you will never go hungry. She always maintains a flower garden, so your home will always be beautiful. When you're having a bad day, she will pour you a glass of wine, well, maybe whiskey for you, and listen, even if you've repeated yourself 100 times. She's always up for an adventure, hiking, walk on Grandview, trying out a new restaurant, so your life will always be interesting. She has quite the collection of movies and TV shows, which is a complete understatement. But she will watch the scary ones when you're not home. If you have an argument, which we had a few, let her cool off and then revisit it when you can talk and laugh about it later. She likes to laugh and be spontaneous, so be sure to be out for new ideas, places, and adventures. Heather is genuine, thoughtful, and full of energy, and I couldn't have asked for anyone better to live with. One of the cool things about living with Heather and seeing the relationship grow is becoming good friends with AJ. AJ and I shared a love of Twitter, sports rivalry, and a fear of scary shows. But with him being the boyfriend, I avoided this type of Friday nights. Thank you, AJ. AJ put in an incredible effort to get to know Heather's family and friends, so much so that he soon became a professional photographer of nights out. He helped me move into my new apartment, and even endured Heather and I's TV shows at his house. Heather and I went through 3 years without cable because we could watch the important shows at AJ's house, like Bachelor in Paradise. One particular moment I'll never forget about AJ is when I went through a breakup a couple years ago, and he didn't see Heather for an entire week so she could spend time with me. He even left a carton of ice cream on our steps. Watching Heather and AJ's relationship grow has been something I consider myself so lucky to be a part of. They have showed me that love isn't always easy, sometimes it's challenging, it takes compromising, but love is also fun, spontaneous, and genuine. Watching these two together is extra special because the love and support and protection that they show each other is everything that they show to the people around them, and that is pretty rare. AJ, I remember last year someone said to me, our AJs are out there. The kind of guy that adores his girl and will do anything and everything to keep her safe, protected, and loved. AJ, can't imagine anyone more deserving of a wife such as Heather. And Heather, I'm glad you found your AJ. Sorry, I was trying not to do this. I'm almost done. I love you both very much. And I'm so excited to celebrate your marriage today and forever. You both are a great example of true love in my life. For those of you who know me, know I love quotes, and I think they mirror your life really well, so it didn't take me long to find this one that was perfect for today, by C.S. Lewis. Now, alas, they were beginning chapter 1 of the great story no one on earth has ever read, which goes on forever, and which every chapter is better than the one before. So please join me in raising a glass to Mr. and Mrs. DeCarbo and to their great love story. I love you guys.